Hey, I'd like to tell you a story about my team and I, how we were able to develop a performance incentive plan that not only incentivized our employees to get personal development for them, but also brought us multi-millions of dollars over a 2-year period of time. So here's the story. We had some things working for us. We were being purchased by a publicly held company, and they offered us an earnout which in effect doubled the amount of money that we were to receive. I thought that this would be a great opportunity to pay back our employees who had really made a positive impact on our business, on my life. They were so loyal and hardworking, and I really wanted them to receive a nice going away bonus, you might call it. I did have a 2-year contract with the company after we sold it, and so I worked in that business for that 2-year period of time, and I was able to help us to achieve that goal. And I always recommend, if you're selling a business, that you stay with the business. If there is an earnout, you want to stay with the business for that entire period of time, so that way you can have some control over how the sales go or profits or whatever the earnout is based on. With this publicly held company, our goal was to increase our profits over a 2-year period of time by $1 million. And if we were able to do that, then we would, in essence, double the sales price. And so I got my employees together. I announced to them that we were going to increase our profits over a 2-year period of time. And if we could do that, we were going to pay them $1 million. And so that got everybody's attention. And from there, really the biggest lesson that I learned during that time is the power of focus. And there's a book called The One Thing. I highly recommend that you read that book. But basically, you get what you focus on. And so during that 2-year period of time, we focused every week with our senior managers and with all of our employees on how we could add sales to our top line and reduce expenses from our bottom line, and thus get to the $1 million in the 2-year period of time. And so we did that week after week. We focused on that. Our employees would walk through our showroom, and we had this thermometer in our showroom that you could see us moving up over the 2-year period toward that goal. It gave us a great visual to focus on. And every communication, every newsletter, every email I sent, I was focused on that $1 million. Long story short, we were able to hit the $1 million, and we paid that to the employees. But my first thought was this: wow, we should have done this 5 years ago. If we had done that, if we'd had the foresight to do that and learn the power of focus earlier, we could have had multi millions of dollars in our bank account. And so my advice to you is, one, if you develop a performance incentive plan, you want to stay focused. Make that your primary focus. Do that week in, week out, communicating with your employees, keeping them excited, keeping that vision in front of them. And if you do that, you're going to hit the goal, and then that's going to set up your next performance incentive plan for success because you're really good at focus. So that's my number one advice to you business owners, is learn to focus, and you're going to get what you focus on. Have a great day.